This is Thierry, and I'm here to show you about Eve PvP. Now, I wanted to start with some of the basics of it. When you first start getting to Eve, it is really complicated. Just looking at my ship fitting right here, you can see that there's a lot of modules. This is just a simple frigate, and there's just so many things to know about, so many things to do. You know, look, I'm loading nanite paste into an armor repper. Can you do that with all armor reppers? No, you can't. So I'm putting some ammo in here. What kind of ammo is the best? What kind of guns should I use? Well, these are all, there's just tons and tons of questions like these. But at the end of the day, what we want to know is, or what I'm going to talk about today, is just some of the basic how to tackle somebody and how to beat somebody, even with the different types of points that there are. Points are either a scram or a disruptor, and the different type of propulsion modules and how they interact with the different types of points. So the two different types of propulsion modules are afterburners and micro warp drives. Then there's another module, a fifth one, that we won't talk about too much, but it's good to know it's there. It's called a stasis webifier. Basically all you need to know about that is it slows people down by about half. 55% is what it says. And so if you just think about it, it cuts their speed in half. It's a good way to look at it. So with all of the complexity put aside for just a second, let's look at just basically what the three main types of PvP ships are. We classify them as brawlers, scram kites, and kites. Now there are other types of PvP ships. These aren't the only ones, but these are the three main types of tackle ships. In other words, they rely on getting point. So anyone from 1v1s has to do this. People that are in fleets need to have tackle, unless you are an alpha fleet, and in that case you're just going to be shooting at things and hopefully they die before they leave, which can work. But in this specific case, we're just going to worry about the tackle, and I'll talk about other things in other videos, hopefully. So I'm in a brawler right now, and my friend over there, Lynn, who's a little ways off, see over there, about 45, 44, kilometers off, we're just going to approach each other, and I'll show you what goes on in the mind of a brawler. So I see a Punisher over there. Punishers, from my experience, are pretty tanky, right? They've got that shield bonus of resistances. In fact, we can look at it really fast. We'll pull over here. So here's what a Punisher looks like. Now, to really understand it, you need to do show info, and then you go to traits. You'll see the traits that it has right here. You can see reduction in small energy turret activation costs, which is good because it has 4 turrets, and then a bonus to armor resistances. So it's tankier, and it has, looks like, 4 turret slots. Usually, and if you look at it, you can see they have the pulse lasers, the Gatling pulse laser, which is good to know. So we can just come back to my ship real fast. I'm in an Incursus, and if we look at my ship real quick, I have armor repair mount bonus and small hybrid turret damage. So I'm going to be using hybrid turrets because I get a damage bonus to that, and I'm going to be using armor reppers because I get a bonus to that. So if you notice, I actually have 2 armor repairers. One of them is the one I put the nanite paste in, but you won't need to worry about that. All we're going to do right now is I'm going to tackle that person as best as I can. So I'm not within targeting range yet, so I need to approach. I'm going to turn on my micro warp drive. Actually, I think that Lynn is just going to sit there for this first time. So I'm going to approach as fast as I can. I'm going to actually overheat my module. And then I'm going to turn it off. And since I'm in range, I'm going to scram and web. And just approach. I mean, really, that's all. And then I'm going to start, I'm just going to start laying down my damage. Launch my drone, attack with my drone. And see, there, like, oh, look, they're repping, it looks like. So they're using those high resists, and look how much damage they're taking. But see, I'm slowly breaking through because I've got a lot of damage for a little frigate like mine. Now, they're not shooting at me yet, and they're not scramming me at all. But it's okay. This is the life of a brawler right here. You want to be right in their face, shooting at them. Pew pew. You know. And look, I'm breaking their tank. They are. This is like one of the tankiest frigates, and I'm breaking through. Now, when you really start to fight, you know, when the other person's fighting back, this is nice and all, but you really need something. You need to know how long you last versus how long they last. And so that's why I've got defensive modules here. I've got a repair. Now, one of the things is that as a brawler, I've sort of put all my eggs in high damage basket. So if they're able to sustain long enough, I'm going to die before I kill them. If I can't do enough damage, I'm going to die before I can kill them. And so you can only really take some fights with these frigate builds.